Good day, and thank you always for watching this video. It has now been 10 hours and 37 minutes that I was up watching the qualifying in Melbourne. It has taken me that long and the following statement for me to share my feelings. My feelings are always emotionally charged when it comes to the sport I love the most, which is Formula One. The statement is as follows. I almost got P4. Could have been cool. We'll be fighting from that position. That is why I am able to, over 10 hours and 38 minutes now, to sit here and share my feeling post-qualifying. Unlike many YouTubers, I don't think there's a need for me to tell you who P1, by the way, congratulations to Charles Leclerc for an amazing drive. But I'm not here to tell you P2, P3. Yes, some would say, yeah, you didn't talk about P2 because it's Max. That's not the case. As fans of the sport, I have no doubt you all witnessed P2, 3, and all the way to the bottom. That's not my goal. That's not my purpose. I'm a fan who loves the sport so much that it's not always easy for me to express how I feel about it. Sometimes hours, sometimes days, sometimes even weeks, months, such as the debacle of Abu Dhabi. Because I love the sport. And when I read, I almost got P4, it could have been cool, and we'll be fighting from that position. Then he went on to say, for people watching at home, if the right height is going high, low, when you turn, you never know which position to catch it. The car could oversteer, understeer. Driving it is a challenge. It's like a rattlesnake. I know what a rattlesnake is. I'm sure most of you watching know what a rattlesnake is. I've been in Florida for the last 15 years prior to me leaving Florida only about 2 months ago. And even some would say he also compare it to a viper. That is when I finally decided I had enough emotional management to share how I feel about watching this qualifying in Melbourne. Sir Lewis Hamilton is an amazing person first and an amazing driver second. That statement about the car being so hard to drive by the ups and downs and the oversteer, understeer, something I relate so much to because I have been driving performance cars for a long time. I've lost 3 cars exactly as a result of oversteer, understeer. It's like as if you've been bucked riding a Mustang. First you go back, then you push yourself left, then it suddenly understeer and took you from left to right. Almost, you have to be a superhuman in most cases to catch a car that oversteer, understeer at the same time. That statement validates why I so much appreciate Sir Lewis Hamilton and what he's done for the sport. I don't want to be here and tell you about P1 to P20th. You've seen it. You love the sport as much as I have. I do. So you know the outcome. But when Sir Lewis Hamilton said, I almost got P4, it could have been cool. It touched me emotionally. And it actually bring me back to reality. To appreciate even more what it was like to achieve all that Sir Lewis Hamilton have achieved. And makes me even more mad that Michael Masi took away his rightful a title. This doesn't, the Formula One world champion, to be a champion is far from being guaranteed. I pray to God that Sir Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes will have the power to come back and hopefully this year and give him back his rightful A title. But this is why it's so important to say what I'm about to say. So they asked Toto Wolff, and he said this: my time horizon is not for a race weekend, a year. It's like 10 years that we have a competitive team in 10 years. So Lewis Hamilton is 37 years old. There's no way he will be racing at the age of 47. There's no way Toto Wolff will be with Mercedes at the age of, I have no idea, but for certain he will not be with Mercedes in 10 years. And that's why that statement brought me back to really appreciate P5 and P6 instead of being so emotionally charged to deal with it after qualifying, at least immediately after qualifying, because I did expect more. But Toto Wolff went on to say about why they did not bring any updates this race, because he says it does not make sense to bring an update to a car you don't fully understand. If you add a downforce, the consequences may be the car would bounce even more. How do you add to something with an intention to make a difference if you don't understand the fundamentals? This is again brings back to Michael Masi and the FIA and the injustice I correlate to. When FIA said no one was at fault at Abu Dhabi, one asks yourself, how do you know that if the Michael Masi, the factor, the Michael Masi decision that caused the outcome, Mr. Michael Masi himself was never talked to? If you don't know the cause, how do you have an answer? Toto Wolff explains it very well. We are not at leisure to bring an update to a car we don't fully understand. And that says it all. Thank you for watching. I pray that we, sooner than later, overcome the challenges, understand the car, and outperform, so I can once again share P1 at Sir Lewis Hamilton. God bless you. May you have a great weekend. I can't wait for tomorrow's race. We shall see.